The top of the Empire State Building.
Hey, what up? I'm Josh Martinez with Z100, New York's #1 hit music station, and my guest, MiMi Webb.
Hey guys, how are you?
What up, girl? How you doing? How you feeling? How's life?
I'm good. Oh, amazing. I mean, yeah, incredible. Today we announced the album, so I'm on a high. I'm really excited.
So you made the announcement for the album, and the album title is?
Amelia.
Now, why Amelia?
So my real name's Amelia.
That makes all the sense in the world.
And I just kind of wanted to, I think for me there's two people. There's MiMi that does the traveling, does all the touring, does the stage presence, and then there's Amelia that's kind of like really normal. When I go home, I literally just got up to it's very chilled, and I kind of wanted to be able to show light on shine light on both those people. So yeah, I think it's really amazing, and I've been going by the name MiMi since I was 15, like properly, and now it's like, okay, right, my real name's Amelia, that's me, who I am, and it's nice. I want to be able to shine a light on that part of me. What would you say is the biggest difference between MiMi and Amelia? I would say they both want the same thing, and they both want music. But there's other things that Amelia would want that MiMi's kind of like, no, you don't need that, like the sassier version, the kind of strong version, and then Amelia's kind of like the sweet, like hopeless romantic kind of girl that's kind of like always looking for something. And yeah, so I think it's kind of like both these sides of each other, but also growing and trying to deal with day-to-day normal life that people have to deal with. You had a show last night here in Manhattan, New York City. How was that energy like to be back on a New York City stage? Or, I mean, you're currently on tour, but you know what I mean? Like just in general on stage, but specifically New York City. Oh, it was amazing. I could not believe it. I mean, just to be able to sell out my own show in New York is something I never thought would leave my mouth out. It's just amazing. So, yeah, I was just so grateful, the love up there, and I got so emotional at the end of the show because I just couldn't believe it, and I got off stage and I was crying and like hugging my band, and because it was just such a full circle moment. But yeah, it was amazing, and I love New York. There's always an energy in this place that gets me go like something special, and I want to live here one day. So yeah, you might see me a little bit more New York.
Speaking of New York, the other day, a video of yours was up in Times Square. What's that feeling like to look up at this big ass screen and just see you and your work?
Oh, it was amazing. I thought, wow, like everything we put into it, it's right there. And yeah, the video, it was such a special moment. And I think people are going to be looking at that thinking, wow, it's just incredible. So yeah, it was just amazing.
What are you most excited about on your current run? I mean, you've been traveling the country recently, and finally we're after the COVID stuff, we're finally back out here trying to live our best lives. What do you look forward to most when you're out on the road?
I would say, learning more about yourself. Every tour I've now dealt with a lot of like life lessons and things that I've learned, and I think I don't know, I feel like tour just definitely you to go through things and you're like, oh, okay, wow, I didn't know that about me, or okay, I get that's what you need, and you learn your standards and what you want. And I think touring, you are always out your comfort zone. You are you're in all these different places. You feel quite lost at times, and you have to really dig deep sometimes to get you through it. So yeah, it's definitely like a growing, like a personal growth. So I think I like that. I like being able to go on tour being like, right, this tour, see what it throws at me, but I'm going to get through it. I'm strong, I'm ambitious, and I'm excited to do more touring.
Now, I think something you mentioned just now was interesting to me, because it sounds like, when you said dig down deep, that's something that we do within ourselves. But we also need a support staff around us and a support system that keeps us grounded or picks us up if we're feeling too low, or sometimes brings us back down to this even keel level. Who's your kind of support staff to keep your mental health as balanced as humanly possible?
I'd say my family, definitely. We're all very, very close, and I don't live with them, but I'm struggling not living with them. Like, it's hard. It's when you have a family where you're better as a four. It's like we aren't good without each other. Like we have to. It's really strange. It's weird like that, but we are like as a four. We're such a strong unit, and I think they keep me grounded all the time. And there's things, there's things when if I've going through something, my mum and my dad, like they just know me so well, and they just go, right, this is what you're doing. This is the path you're on, and you have to accept what the universe is bringing to you. But yeah, I'd say my family for sure keep me grounded, keep me going, and yeah, and they just give me so much wisdom.
So you take the video of your video in Times Square and you send it to your family in a group chat, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
What's that group chat reaction like?
They're just like, it just keeps getting better. They're like, wow. They're like, look at you, Amelia. Look how like ambitious. Like you're just so ready for it. And like people are gonna look at that thinking, gosh, this girl is like, you know, I think they keep saying, they were like, you're going on a different frequency. Like this is a different frequency. This is something bigger than anything. And they're just so happy and like so proud of me. And like, I just think it's crazy. I just think they're just now like, wow, like there's just going to keep being more stuff. And they're just like, right, there's just, you know, but they, you know, then I go home and my mum's like, come on, get your washing done. Like, let's get your shit together. Like, you know, so we have those like relationship where she's like, no, you're still, you know, you're my daughter. Like, that's it. And you're just doing your job.
Well, it's also keeping you grounded, right? Like,
Yeah.
you, for lack of a better term, you might be hot shit in New York City, but when you go back home, clean the goddamn dishes, girl. Like, they're there.
Yeah.
That's your chore or whatever
Yeah.
the situation may be. When you do go back home after, you know, a lot of business, a lot of music, what do you like to do to kind of disassociate, disengage from all the busyness and hecticness that just kind of went on over the last few months?
I think this time I want to like do some things for myself. I want to start some new hobbies.
Okay.
So I love horse riding and horses, and I've really wanted to get a horse. So I'm going to try and start riding again.
Shout out to the touring money. It'll help you.
Yeah, exactly that. Get me my horse. Get me my little pony. But yeah, I really want to do that. I want to start some yoga. I'm doing a lot of like, I'm going to doing like a lot of different lessons and yeah, I think just kind of being yourself, like being okay on your own. That's something I've not been good at doing in the last year and a half. I really struggle with it. And you would think, oh, you're on tour a lot, like you're on your own. It's like, not really. Like I'm always relying on something or someone. So yeah, I think it will be this time just really connecting with myself and having that time to give, you know, me what I need.
What? Let's talk about the single "Ghost of You." What was the writing process like? Is that something that you were just writing notes on your phone, typing it out, and then all of a sudden you get with the team and boom, this is the song? Or
Yeah.
what was that process like for "Ghost of You"?
So I'd gone through a breakup and I was like, right, I just need to like. It was like I was on
Fuck
tour.
that person, by the way.
Yeah. Oh my god, massively, seriously. And it was on tour, and it was really crap. Like I was like, oh my god, I'm like, I don't know where I am. I don't know what day it is. And you just feel so lost. And I was like, right, I want to do a song that's like, you're still getting on with your day-to-day life. You still need to put a smile on, but they're always in that corner of that room or like in the back of your head. But I wanted it to be a kind of like a sassy, like, but I'm going to get over this. Like I see the light at the end of the tunnel. It will get better. So I feel like this song really brings like, you know, a sad story to the light and into the light and really shines like a nice energy on it. And I think, yeah, I just really wanted to do that.
So now when you put together a song like that, do you kind of come up with, we should make it more ballad-like and slower? Do you go out there with the purpose of making it more upbeat? Do you have like a melody in mind when you're putting a song with it, like this specific song, for example? Did you have a melody or a pace in mind or no?
I think the Ghost of You whole idea was always there. It was like, you know, how can I make this feel like I'm being haunted, but without being weird and scary? So yeah, that
could have
was
easily
always
been a ballad. Listening to the lyrics, like it could have been a ballad, but it wasn't. It was it's way more upbeat than a ballad, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so it was just really it was just fun. It was so much fun, and yeah, I think, you know, everyone involved in the song as well. You have good friends of mine. There's Phil Plested, who is an incredible songwriter. He believes in me so much. And when he brings his incredible writing skills to it, it's just you know it's going to be amazing. So yeah, so it was really great. I'm so happy with it, and yeah, I'm just so grateful everyone. Like, you know, we've done it. We've brought it to the light.
So when you're on tour, fans show you a lot of love. Fans give you a lot of gifts. But I'm always curious, what's the most unique gift you ever got from a fan? And do you remember the city if you have an answer?
Oh gosh. I love the gifts are insane. Like they're always really meaningful and really heartfelt. But I would say I got this lovely book, and it was about all my like how do I say it, like everything I've been through in my career so far. It had like everything, and I'd say that was the most unique gift because it had the details. Like she wrote notes and she knew everything from the day to the hour, like this dropped at this time, this song did that, MiMi posted this at this time. Like, it was like so detailed, and I was like, wow, like it was amazing. So I'd say that was like the most unique gift because it was just so thought out.
It is now your new like career bibliography too. If you need to cite something, you could just open up the fan book and be like, "Oh, it was May of 2021. Got it."
Yeah. Literally, I'm like, right, they've journaled for me.
Speaking of journaling, I actually recently got into journaling. My therapist suggested that I journal. Is that something that you get into or no?
Really weird you just said that because I just thought to myself, I need to journal. Like, I want to get into it. That's so strange. No, I think I haven't before. Because I think at times I've tried to like brush things over to kind of keep going. And I think now I'm going to journal. I need to journal. I don't want to write. Like, I kind of want to do like a type. I mean, I'm probably going to have to write it, but I'm just not the best at writing. So I don't know. But I think it's good, isn't it, journaling? Like, I think it's definitely good.
It's helped me personally. I mean, I write. First off, I realize I have the worst handwriting in the history of life.
Same.
Because when you just kind of do a stream of like, if I'm writing in your birthday card, like, oh, happy birthday, MiMi, or whatever, I'm taking my time. I'm making sure that it looks nice. But if it's like my own thing that I'm only going to see, it's almost like chicken scratch. It's so bad. Like, I literally stopped one day and looked at it like, this is really shitty. Like, that's how bad my handwriting was. But it's like a stream of consciousness. You just write it down.
Yeah.
And I always felt that for artists especially, it would be, helpful because maybe you go back to it and be like, I didn't realize how down I was. Yeah. But let's channel that feeling back. Boom. And then maybe something comes of it as a result.
And I think it's good because it gets everything out of your system. And it's like you've wrote it down and then it's like it's there. Yeah, I'm going to get into it because I'm going to all these amazing places I want to kind of like remember as well, like the fun things I did. And it's good to be like, I did this today, I did that. Yep. I've been feeling this. But I'm not feeling as bad as yesterday. Like little things like that to keep you going.
What would you say is the most amazing city that you've been to on your music career so far, and why would you say that it was super dope? Aside from New York City,
I honestly, New York for me is like amazing. Like I've been to some incredible places around Europe, and they're all beautiful, and it's around the summer, so everything's really great. But New York for me, there's something about New York. I definitely need to be here at some point. I feel like I'm getting a calling, but like, you need to move to New York. I really do. Like, it's so strong in me. And like, I'd say that's the best because also it's like, I like came here at like 19. I signed out in LA when I was 18. Then 19, I was like, right, okay, let's go to New York. Like, let's do some writing there and do some things like that. So I remember I was like right in that stage where I was like, I really want this. And I was comparing myself to so many different people all the time. And it was like, I've definitely dealt with like a lot of like belief moments in New York. So I think that's amazing. And it's, but apart from New York, I'd say Australia was amazing. Jet lag was absolute nightmare. Don't go straight on stage when you get that, guys. Go there before. But I think for me, New York is the biggest thing for sure.
So I'm looking into going to the UK. Never been there before. Where do you suggest that I go, and what should I do when I get there? Are you just
for like dinner or something?
Are you
moving?
I want to go to the UK to visit, and I don't care what I do. I'm not a big touristy guy, so let's say if I go to London or something, I don't care to see Big Ben. Like if I happen to pass by it, or I'm like a 10-minute walk, maybe. But I want to just have a good time.
Oh, okay, right. I would say Tape is like the big club that everyone goes to, like all the rappers.
And this is where?
This is in London.
In London, okay.
And then I would say Harrods. You need to do a bit of shopping. Okay. I go Harrods and Selfridges, and dinner. Try Sexy Fish. It's very like cool, glamorous, fun. It's a lot. The thing with London is there's a lot of places, and it's very like it feels really big, but it's tiny. Like London is small compared to a lot of big cities, and like, well, not small, but it's smaller than like New York and stuff. But like there's so much crammed into like a small space.
Yeah, I never knew that. So like that's helpful because it was between like London and Dublin, for example.
No, go to London. Okay. I love Dublin to bit. I mean, my family are Irish, so I love Dublin. But I would say I do. London is the place. Like I definitely go there.
I'm gonna go to London now, and if it's terrible, I'm going to blame you.
Yeah, like MiMi set me up. Are you going on your own?
Solo trip. I've never done that before.
That's a moment. You're going on your own.
We'll see.
I need to do something like that.
We'll see how dope it becomes. What do we got planned for the rest of the year and beyond, MiMi?
So we got the album.
Yep.
So I'm super excited. March 3rd, it's going to be the best. And yeah, just gearing up really. Got the Christmas shows, get through all that. And yeah, I'm getting next year. It's all now getting ready, prepared for next year. The tour's been announced, so that's going to be coming out. So yeah, it's really gearing up and making this like my best tour yet.
Now, before the album comes out, Christmas season, holiday season, how important is that Christmas time with your family, especially because that's probably the last time you'll probably have off.
Yeah.
While we go into the album. So how exciting is that for you?
So exciting. You really feel like homely, and it's like you feel safe. You're like, okay, I'm in my place because you're so used to moving around so much. So that time for me is really amazing. And I go home and I have all my school friends. I'm still best friends this day. We all go home. We all come from London and we're all like, right, let's all go and have like pub drinks, and it's like just so wholesome. It's lovely. So yeah, I'm really excited, and also just spend a night like this time. It's going to be a proper Christmas in London, so I'm excited to do some more. And
then once Christmas is done, working your ass off, girl.
Here we go. It's all going to be off. Honestly, next year is going to be the biggest year.
So before I let you go, I said this prior. I'm hungover. I had a rough night. When was the last time you had a rough night?
Oh gosh, most nights probably. No,
My girl.
No, oh god, I'm really bad that I'll have a few drinks. I think I can drink liters of alcohol, and turns out I can't. Okay, so I literally will be like, oh, I can drink that, and then I'll just regret it. But I don't know. I mean, I can probably say that I'm tired from last night's show, so I'll stick by you on that.
Fair.
So you're not alone.
My plan is to get Pedialyte and go to the gym so I could get my endorphins kicking because I'm on air later tonight. But
yeah, you need to. I mean, I literally love staying in bed, like just literally. I mean, I haven't done that for a long time, but being able to just be in bed, order takeaway, and like watch Netflix.
Well, I passed up on being in bed so I could meet you and do this interview.
Well, so. I think we've had a lovely chat, so I'm glad you did it.
I agree. One more time, MiMi Webb, thank you so much for coming, girl.
Thank you so much.
From the top of the Empire State Building,